If you ask the Muslims, before Muhammad, the pagans in Arabia, did they run around the Kaaba 7 times? The Kaaba, the black cube? Yes. Did they throw 7 stones at Wadi Minna? Right? Yes. Did they run between the 2 hills? It's called Safa and Marwa 7 times? Yes. So the pagans were doing this, right? Yes. Did the pagans also touch and kiss a black stone? Yes. Why the hell are you doing it when these are all pagan practices? But then here's what they're going to tell you. No, see, you don't know history. Abraham and Ishmael, built the Kaaba, and they instituted those rites because their tradition says Ishmael went to Arabia and lived there. Number one, there is not a single pre-Islamic, historical, archaeological, textual proof that Ishmael ever lived in Mecca. None. Zip. Nada. Let alone Abraham going there. Number two, the tradition that says Ishmael went to Mecca and instituted the rites, and that Muhammad is the son of Ishmael, that tradition comes over 100 years after Muhammad died. There is no proof for this.
Nico, and like, why do you think he became a Muslim?
Well, for the same reason, many people, almost like you, almost fell into it because they present an Islam that sounds rational, coherent, and simple.
Right.
It sounds rational, coherent, simple. It sounds less complicated because they don't tell you all about Islam. They cover a lot of its aspects. So when it says there's only one God and he's not 3 in 1 and 1 in 3 and God didn't become a man and die, oh wow, that sounds logical.
Yeah.
And Jesus just a man, but he's one of the greatest prophets. We love him. Oh, you do believe in Jesus? And we honor his mother. He's born a virgin. Wow, sign me up. But then when you study it, you go, damn. For example, Uthman ibn Farouk and this guy, Muslim metaphysician, Muhammad Hijab, they're Salafi Muslims. Now, if you don't know what Salafi Islam is, they actually believe, let me tell you how complicated it is. I want to show you another aspect of morality, but they actually believe Allah has 2 right hands. He has a foot. He has a shin, right? He has fingers. He has gonads. They'll say he actually has these characteristics. They're unlike anything in creation, but he has them, and it's not metaphorical. So you understand what they believe about their God? Their God has 2 right hands.
How?
They'll tell you, Allahu alam. Only Allah knows, billa kayfa. Meaning, we don't know how. We know this is who he is. We don't question Allah. We don't get into it. So when you're talking about, man, logical, did they tell you this is what they believe?
No, I didn't hear anything like this. Like you made a good point. Like, they did sound like it's like a lot simpler. The people that spoke to me, it sounded a lot simpler than Christianity. And a lot of it did make sense. But like the stuff with the 9-year-old, I can't get past that.
Allah mentions in Surah Al-Qalam that he has a shin, a leg.
He has a shin leg.
Shin, this leg. Shin, this leg. Shin, this leg belongs to Allah.
See?
And the authentic hadith in Bukhari,
this is just like a silly thing that just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, this is nothing. We've done sessions. Here we have a session on it. We have articles on it. This is what they believe. And ask them.